Hello dear students, welcome back all of you to the physics online class. We are discussing the point of the relative velocity. In the previous video, I explained you the concept of relative velocity, where we learnt that relative velocity means it is the velocity of the one body with respect to the another body. That means if the two objects, consider one is a another one is a b, if they are moving, then the velocity of the A is VA, velocity of B is VB, then the relative velocity of the A with respect to the B means we consider VAB is equal to VA minus VB, and it's vice versa also. That means ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟದ್ದು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಬೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದೇರಿ. ಬಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಕುಂತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಜುಕಿನ ಬಸ್ ಹೊಂಟಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಹೊಂಟಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಜುಕಿನ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಒಳಗದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತೇಳಿರಿ, ಅದು ಹೊಂಟಂಗೆ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದ್ದು ರೀ? ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನಿಗೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಬಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕುಂತೀರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಆ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಮೂವ್ ಆದಂಗ ನಮಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಎದರ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದಾವ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ನ ಈ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 3 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾವ್ರಿಪ್ಪ. ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಇಯರ್ಸ್ದೊಳಗ 1 or 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, then how will be the question here? Draw the position time graph for when two objects move with the same velocity in the same direction. ಎರಡು ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ಎರಡು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಂದೇ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನೊಳಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆದವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್, so for that the graph will be taken as the position time graph can be plotted like this way. That is A is a one and B is the another object here. Yes, and for the second condition you can see here when two objects, that same two objects A and B are there, they move with the same speed, velocity of the object is same only, and that move in a opposite direction. How they are moving? Assume the object A is moving in this direction, then exactly object B is opposite to that, they are moving opposite to each other here, right? If a situation is like that, how will be the graph of that position time graph here? That is taken in this direction. One is in the, so that is A is here and B is here, both are having with the same velocity only. Am I clear? Then the last situation is when two objects move with a different velocity in the same direction. Both are moving in the same direction only, but A might be moving faster than the B or B might be moving faster than the A. Then if both the objects are moving along the same direction with the different speed, assume object A is moving with a speed of 20 meter per second, then the object B might be moving with a 50 meter per second or 60 meter or vice versa. If the condition in like that only, so the position time graph is plotted like this. Am I clear? And when we are talking about the position graph for this situation, we need to understand the relative velocities also. Then how do you calculate the relative? Remember dear students, when two objects are moving with same velocity in the same direction, the relative velocity between them will be 0. This point I noted in the previous videos only. Yes, why? Because by the formula we have clear idea that, yes, I am considering the first situation here. Okay, when two objects move with the same velocity in the same direction or the same speed in the same direction, we know that velocity of object A is equal to velocity of the object B here. Then if you find relative velocity of the A with respect to the B, I can write here the formula VA minus VB. Then here equal to VA write as it is, in place of the B VB, if you write VA, then VA minus VA, that comes 0 only, 0 only. Therefore, this gives me the condition that the same thing you might have experienced. ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಬಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕುಂತೀರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಜು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಸ್ ಅದ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎರಡೂ ಬಸ್ಸುಗಳು ಬಾಜು ಬಂದು ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಹೊಂಟಿದ್ವು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? ನಾವಿಬ್ರು ರೆಸ್ಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿನ ಅದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಅದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತ್ರಪ್ಪಿ? 0 ಆಯ್ತು. So when the two objects are moving in the same direction with the same speed, the relative velocity between them will be 0. Keep it this point in your mind. Yes, and let us move to the second condition here. When the two objects are moving with the same speed but moving with the opposite direction. Yes, if the direction is changed, means we know that velocity that is taken as a negative here. Therefore, for the second condition, I shall write the formula as VA is equal to minus VB. That means here is the VA, let us assume here the object A moving with the velocity VA, and here is the object moving with the velocity VB. Then apply the same formula here. VAB is equal to VA, right, as it is, minus of, in place of the VB I can write, or so do one thing here only. VA means let us substitute there VB minus, already here VB is there, that is equal to minus of 2 times VB. See dear students, in this case what happens means, when you take the relative velocity of the first object with respect to the second, the velocity becomes twice of the velocity of the second object, right? So then if you take here only VB and here is a VA, then it reverses with the VA only. Am I clear? Or else if you take however, if you take VAB means that is coming minus 2 VB, that is twice the velocity of the second object. If you take relative velocity of the B with respect to A means it comes that is twice the velocity of the A. Am I clear? And the negative sign shows that here what happened, the relative velocity is negative. That means the velocity of the second, which one is coming there, that object will be moving faster in opposite to the first one. Yes, so this is the point to be discussed here. Then further if they are different, then no need to worry, the same formula is applicable there. If it is different, then what values are given here? Velocity of the first object, velocity of the second object, accordingly we will calculate the velocity of the one with respect to the another. Is that clear? Yes dear students, this completes the chapter 3, that is motion in a straight line. Yes, and let us discuss, let us have a glance over the concept whichever we studied under this chapter. Yes, how we started this chapter? We started with the concept of the position, isn't it? And there you know that when an object changes its position with respect to the time, it attains or it covers the path. Therefore, the path covered by that is called as the path length, or it is called the distance. And we discussed about the difference between distance and the displacement. And see, you also know in the first video that about this chapter whenever the position of the object is required to represent, we need a set of the coordinate with the clock, that is called a frame of reference of the given media. Okay. So, then next we discussed about the differences between the speed or the distance and the displacement, or path length and the displacement, where particular points are discussed. Then next one is about the speed. Why we need to study the speed? Because it gives me an idea about how much faster or slower the object is moving. Yes, but the speed has only magnitude, no direction. Therefore, if the speed changing with a particular direction, that only called as the velocity of an object. Yes, right. Then related to this we discussed speed means it is the rate of change in the distance travelled by an object with respect to time, and velocity means the rate of change of displacement with respect to the time. Yes, and both the differences also we calculated, and next we move to the point how will be the average, uniform and the instantaneous. So, velocity and the speed also we discussed, right. Then we moved the point that is acceleration. If the velocity of an object is changing with respect to the time, that gives me the quantity called acceleration, and this is also vector quantity, unit is meter per second square, and there also we discussed the three types of acceleration, that is the uniform, non-uniform, average, instantaneous accelerations, and given with the formula. And so, we discussed special cases that whenever an object is thrown vertically upward, the acceleration is taken as that is negative, and if object is moving downward freely, that is taken as a positive. And next we discussed the very important concept, that is position time graph and velocity time graph, and we plotted the graph position time graph for the different state of the object there. Yes, when object is at the rest, if it is moving with uniform speed or velocity, if it is increasing with the velocity, decreasing with the velocity, increasing with the acceleration, decrease in the acceleration. So, for all the situation we plotted the xt graph, and we also discussed the point that how the position time graph is significant, why it is important to study, right. Then moved to the velocity time graph, there also same thing we discussed and plotted the velocity time graph for the object with different cases or in a different state. Okay. Then next the very 5 marks important derivation is using the velocity time graph, we have derived the 3 kinetic equations of the motion, and where the first one is v is equal to v naught plus at, second one is x is equal to v naught t plus half at square, and next one v square is equal to v naught square plus 2 ax, right. And the different methods also I have shown how to derive that expression by using velocity time graph. Then we move to the point of acceleration due to gravity, that is represented by a small g, and on the earth surface its value is taken to be constant, that is g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. But we also came to know the new point that the acceleration due to gravity is different at the equator and the pole region, isn't it? Yes. And the next point, that is the last point of the chapter, is we discussed the relative velocity of an object, isn't it? So, where the relative velocity, how the position, just now we came to know how the graphs are plotted. Which graphs? Position time graphs plotted for the different cases. In the case of two objects moving with same velocity in the same direction, same velocity in the opposite direction, same direction with the opposite or with a different velocity. Yes, and the formulas also. all the formula you should keep in your mind. So position means, or the displacement, distance means x only we are considering. Then next, velocity means dx by dt we can take. Acceleration means dv by dt we can take, or there we can also write v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. So likely we are going to start the numericals of this chapter now. Okay, then let us solve the numerical and see, dear student, in a physics especially, when you are moving to the numerical, the first point to keep in your mind that you have to practice all the formulas of the chapter. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಏನು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಲ್ತೀವಿ, ಇದು ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ದೊಳಗಿರುವಂಥ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯದ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವೇರ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಮೆರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ವೈಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ವೈಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಲ್ ನಾವು ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕಪ್ಪ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಮೆರಿಕಲ್ಗೆ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಫ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಮೊದಲಿಗೇನು, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ದು ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಸೊ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಲೆಟ್ರು, ಈಫ್ ಆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್, ಎವರೇಜ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. ಹೌದಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು, ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್, ಆಲ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಏನದಾವ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಹಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ನ್ಯೂಮೆರಿಕಲನ್ನು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು 2 ಸತಿ ನೀವು ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. whenever in the physics the numerical is given, you are going through that means you have to read at least twice, because by reading that you will come to know what the data have given and what the formula you have to choose, then you can simplify it. The next step is selection of the first and the best formula for the given numerical, right? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತಾವ್ರಿಪಿ, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ನ್ಯೂಮೆರಿಕಲ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ವೆರಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಮೆರಿಕಲ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಾ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಫೈನಲಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಇದನ್ನ ಮರಿಬಾರ್ದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ವೈಸ್ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ದಿ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಮೆರಿಕಲ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್, ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಎಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಲೆಟ್ us start the numerical part now. The first numerical of the chapter 3 is, I will solve both the type, both NCERT as well as the exercise, because all will help you out to so practice more and get the good marks in the numericals. Okay? Yes. Numerical 1, in 1 second a particle goes from point A to B. In 1 second a particle goes from point A to B, moving in a semicircle. How the particle is moving? Moving in a semicircle of radius 1 meter. How much is the radius of that semicircle? 1 meter only the radius, right? Then question is, find the average and the magnitude of average velocity. See dear student, here what is the question given? The given data you have to understand first, right? So here they have given the particle in a 1 second means what is given? Time is given here. For the solution t you need to write, that is a 1 second. NCERT ದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪಿ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ 1 ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ, 1.0 ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲೋ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂತ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ತೆಗೆದು ನೀವು 10 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ 1 second, right? Then the next one, what it is given, the particle moves from A to B means that has covered a semicircle, that is from A to B means it has covered a semicircle. Yes, it covered the semicircle. Then let us assume O be the midpoint or the center point of the semicircle, and from here to here if I take, this is taken to be the radius. And how much is the radius of semicircle? They have given 1 meter only. Yes. Then what the question they asked here? Find the average velocity and the magnitude of the average velocity is asked here, isn't it? Actually here it should come, I think average speed should become, that is average speed and magnitude of the average velocity is obtained here. Then how do you find here average velocity ಅಥವಾ average speed ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತೀರಿ? First you have to recall the formula. Average speed means the total distance covered in a total interval of the time, isn't it? And average velocity means there also same, the total displacement covered in a total interval of the time. ಹೌದಾ? Yes. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ first ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ average speed ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. For the first we need to find average speed. Average speed is equal to, I can give the formula, total distance covered upon total time taken. Total time taken. Yes, I can write here V average is equal to, yes, ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ A ದಿಂದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ B ಗೆ ಬಂದೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ is equal to how much here? That is equal to, see, the circumference of the circle will become how much? 2 pi r. Now it is a half, that is a semicircle. Then total distance travelled means how much here? That is equal to pi r only. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾನು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪೈ ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡೆ? ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದೈತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸೆಮಿ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಯದ. ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ A to B here. If it covered, that is A to B, then the total path is nothing but pi r. Why I have taken pi r? It is a half of circumference of the circle. Yes, upon total time means as they have mentioned, it is 1 second. Then this is nothing but pi r by 1 means pi into r only, and here I can use, that is a capital R. So this is equal to, pi means that's value you know, that is 3.142 into r means the radius is 1 only, isn't it? Therefore average speed is equal to 3.142 meter per second is our answer. Yes, we calculated the first question here. Am I right? Then come with the second one, that is the magnitude of the average velocity they asked. That means magnitude of average velocity here. Then moving to the next one, that is average velocity is given by total displacement upon total time. Then average magnitude of that means, again it is taken as like this, magnitude of the average velocity is equal to total displacement. See dear students, when we discussed about the theory, the displacement means shortest path we discussed. Yes, then if the point need to reach from A to B, which is the shortest path covered here? AB is the shortest path covered. Then see, if you take this AB means how much it is? It is the diameter of the semicircle, isn't it? Therefore I can write here diameter upon time taken. Then diameter is equal to how much? 2 times the r, then it is upon 1. Then it is nothing but 2 into 1, so the 2 meter per second. This is the answer for the first question. Yes, So I hope, dear student, you understood how to solve the average speed and average velocity, the magnitude of this. So the lines will indicate the magnitude of the velocity here. Wherever acceleration or the velocity, magnitude means you can use like this. Am I clear? Yes. Then moving to the another numerical. The second numerical of the chapter is a car accelerates. There is one car. It accelerates from 6 meter per second to 18 meter per second in a 12 seconds. Assuming the acceleration to be uniform. Calculate first the acceleration and second the distance travelled in a 12 seconds. Nodrappi, question hengada, idondu car. Let us assume this is only my car. It is moving with the initial velocity. Already it has an initial velocity. Then what velocity is given? V0 is equal to 6 meter per second. Right? And after that, its velocity is increased from where to where? 6 meter per second to 18 meter per second. So the final velocity V is equal to 18 meter per second. Within how much time that is increased here? The time taken is a 12 second. That is 12 second. Then assuming the acceleration what the produced in the object is taken as a uniform, right? Then now the question is finding the acceleration. That means A value I need to find. Then the next one, distance travelled in a 12 second. That means X value. I hope the question is clear. Yes? Okay. Then tell me, they are given initial velocity, final velocity and the time. Which formula is needed to use to find the acceleration? We have that using V is equal to V0 plus AT acceleration A is equal to V minus V0 upon T. Shall I use this? Yes. Then it is equal to final velocity is 18 minus initial velocity is 6 upon the time is 12 here. Then see, 18 minus 6 means again 12 comes. 12 by 12 means the acceleration produced in the body is 1 meter per second square. See, dear students, I am writing the value with the SI unit. You also should follow it. Yes. Then the first question we got the answer for the first. Then next one, distance covered in a 12 second. See, for the distance, then your question comes, howdu distance ಕಂಡಿಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅದಾವ್ರಿಪ್ಪ. One is x is equal to V0 t plus half at square, or the second one V square is equal to V0 square plus 2ax. ಎರಡು. ಯಾಕೆ ಇವನ್ನೇ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಬಾಡಿ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಐತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಗಳೇ, ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳೇ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗ್ತಾವು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವ್ದು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಎಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ V square is equal to V0 square plus 2ax. Then by this I can write x is equal to displacement x is equal to V square minus V0 square upon 2a. That is equal to V means 18 into 18 square will come, 18 into 18 minus here 6 into 6 upon 2. A means acceleration already obtained in the last. Yes. Then that is equal to so simplify this, then the displacement will be coming in terms of the meter. Idanna solve madri. 18 into 18 minus 6 into 6, so that upon 2 madidri andre ಏನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, that gives me the displacement of the body covered during this 12 minutes or 12 seconds. Yes, I hope the questions are clear to you, right? And if any other numericals are there, you can also solve, and doubts are there, you can ask me. Thank you for watching the video.